Hi everyone, let's set the scene. You and your 3 siblings have just been gifted a property by a very generous aunt of yours. In the deed of gift, you notice that your aunt has mentioned that the land is to be conveyed to you and your siblings as joint tenants. Now, you don't know what a joint tenancy is, but that's what I'm here to tell you about. A joint tenancy is a form of co-ownership. What's co-ownership? Co-ownership refers to a situation in which property is owned by 2 or more people at the same time. There are 2 main forms of co-ownership, namely joint tenancy and a tenancy in common. Let's see what each of these are. When 2 or more people own land on the basis of a joint tenancy, each co-owner is entitled to the whole of the land. So, for example, as you can see in this diagram, this land is co-owned by 4 people. A, B, C, and D, and each of them is entitled to 100% of the land. A, for instance, cannot claim that he has a greater entitlement of land than B, C, or D. Also, none of them can claim that they have a distinct share in the land, right? So if one of them dies, the others will continue to own the land until a sole survivor remains. So this means that none of them can leave a share in the land to one of their heirs in a will. This is known as the doctrine of survivorship. Now, in contrast, under a tenancy in common, each co-owner has a separate and defined share of the land. These are known as undivided shares. And for example, as you can see here, A has a 40% undivided share in the property, which means that he is only entitled to 40% of the property, not 100%, unlike in a joint tenancy. Now, these undivided shares may be left by each co-owner to their heirs in a will, for example, if they choose to do so. Also, if the co-owners decide to sell the property, the proceeds of sale may be divided between these co-owners in accordance with their undivided shares. So, for example, A would receive 40% of the proceeds of sale, C would receive 10%, and B and D would each receive 25% of proceeds of sale. I hope that the distinction between these 2 forms of co-ownership is clear. Thank you very much.